thank you so much for clicking on my video to watch. So today is day 4 of 5 days of fall I'm doing. If you haven't watched my previous tutorials, I'm doing 5 days of fall where I'm doing 5 different makeup tutorials every single day. So this is the 4th makeup tutorial. I really hope you guys have been enjoying them so far. I've had a lot of fun doing them. This look took me a while because I kept kind of messing up. I had something pictured in my mind. It didn't turn out exactly as planned, but I don't mind it. I kind of compromised with doing a little bit extra with the glitter liner, which I wasn't gonna do. So I kind of fixed it. It wasn't the look I was going for, but I think I still like it. It's super, super smoky. And I think why it's throwing me off a little bit is because I brought it in a lot further. I brought the green a little bit past my tear duct, so I think that's why it's throwing me off a little, but you can always tone it down if you wanted to. And you can just change it up to fit your preferences if you are wanting to do that. So before we get on to the video, please don't forget to subscribe. Hit that little bell beside the subscribe button. That way you guys don't miss out on any of my videos. Don't forget to also check out my previous fall makeup tutorials for this little series I'm doing. And to remember to come back tomorrow to see one last one. And if you'd like to know how I got this look, then please just keep watching. Alrighty, so first of all, I'm going to take my Dr. Brandt Luminizer Primer. I'm going for more of a dewy, hydrated base today. So going in with this primer, I put way too much on. You do not need this much, but I was looking in the viewfinder when I did this and I didn't realize how much I squirted out. So yeah, I am wearing a lot of it, but I managed to rub it in pretty good. Next, I have some pimples I was picking at, so I had to cover that up with some corrector. I'm using my Makeup Forever Underpainting palette. And then to prime my eyes for eyeshadow, I'm going into my Too Faced Super Coverage Concealer. This concealer is perfect for priming your eyes. It just has so much coverage, so I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out. And then just to set that concealer down, I'm going to go into my Anastasia Contour Kit and just take the lightest shade to place that on. First, I'm going to go into my peach palette for my eyes, and I'm going to take Peaches and Cream and work that right into my crease with a fluffy crease brush. I'm actually using 2 palettes for this look. I'm really sorry about it, but I wanted those shades. So next, I'm going to take Charmed I'm Sure from the peach palette and also work this into my crease and kind of messily smudge it on my outer corners as well, kind of what I did in my second fall makeup tutorial. And yeah, I'm just blending that out as best as I can. For the second palette, I'm going to go into my Anastasia Subculture palette. I'm taking the shade Untamed, and this is the only palette that had a forest green that I needed for this look. And I know I used it in my previous tutorial. I'm really sorry, but I'm going to use it again. And I'm just going to place this on the inner part of my lid, not bringing it all the way to the outer corners and not dragging it up into the crease. And then I just wanted some more pigmentation on it, so I went in with my finger to pack that on, just like I did in my previous tutorial. And then I went into a flat top brush just to make it a little bit more precise. At first I was kind of going for a cut crease look, and then you'll see that I just decided to blend it out, and I actually did end up blending it into my crease as well because I just wanted it all blended out and smoky. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do for this tutorial, so that's why it's kind of all over the place, and I am just cleaning it up as well because the shadows obviously drug down a bit. Next, I'm going to go into my Revlon Skinny Liquid Eyeliner. I'm going to use this eyeliner just to line the upper part of my lash line. I am doing a wing for this look, but I just wanted to take this eyeliner first because it's a little bit on the skinny side, so it's really easy to do that upper lash line. So that's what I went ahead and did. And then next, I took my Sigma Liquid Eyeliner to do the actual wing part, as you can see. So yeah, I'm just doing a simple basic wing here. Going back into my peach palette, I'm going to take the shade Tempting. It's the black shade in this palette, and I really like it because it doesn't have a ton of fallout and it kind of just sticks where you want it to go. So I am just making this wing a little bit more smoky, and I'm kind of dragging this black shade halfway into my crease, starting at the very outer corner. And I did just want it to be extra precise where I was placing it, so I switched my brushes. At first I was using kind of a flat, fluffy brush, but this time I'm just going to take a little smudger brush. It's a lot denser, so it's easier to place on that way. And then after I placed it on kind of harshly, I went ahead and blended it out with a fluffy crease brush just so we didn't have any harsh lines sitting there. And then I did have to go back in and clean that up because my shades were dragging down onto my face. I didn't want that to happen. Next, I'm taking this Maybelline Gold Glitter Eyeliner. I'm kind of doing a half cut crease with my glitter liner. As you can see what I'm doing here. I'm not putting it above where my eyeshadow ends. I'm just kind of going right where the crease is. And then I had to think about my eyes some more, so I moved on to my face for now. I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This one is the Hydrate and Smooth one. I did want my skin to be a little bit extra dewy. If you had oily skin, they do have a matte and poreless foundation, the same Fit Me foundation, just matte and poreless. That one works really well with my skin too, but I wanted the Hydrate and Smooth one today. So I'm just blending that all out with my beauty blender. And then I wanted to move on to my cream contour. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Mocha Matchstick, and just with a stippling brush, I just put the product straight on there, and then I contoured like I normally do in the hollows of my cheeks, underneath my lip, and then on my temples as well. For my concealer, I'm going to go back into my Too Faced Super Coverage Concealer. I'm going to use this to highlight my face and cover up my dark circles underneath my eyes. So I'm just dotting that on. You don't need a ton of this concealer because it is super full coverage. And I'm just blending that out with my Real Techniques buffing brush. This just gives me more of a full coverage finish rather than my beauty blender. So I'm going ahead and doing that. And then I did want to bake today. So I took my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. This one's in the shade Pound Cake. And I just placed this on top of all of my concealer. And I also baked underneath my contour just to clean that up. So I'm not blending that or packing that into my skin. I'm just letting it sit on top of there before I wipe it off. I just let it sit there for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then I decided to just dust it all away, and also kind of pressing it into my skin at the same time, just so it can help set my concealer better that way. I wanted my contour to show up a little bit deeper, so I went back into my Anastasia contour kit. I mixed the shades Java and Havana, and I just placed that everywhere I placed the cream contour. I just wanted to make it a little bit deeper. And then I wanted a nice matte bronzer, so of course I went to my Hoola Benefit bronzer, and I'm just placing this everywhere on my cheeks, my forehead, and then down my neck, of course, just to make sure it's all evened out. And then for my blush, I'm going into my NARS Luster Blush. Of course, I'm holding it upside down. Good one. And I'm just placing this on the apples of my cheeks, blending it backwards. I'm just making sure I smile pretty harshly so I can really get it on the apples of my cheeks and make them look nice and warm there. For highlighter, I'm going into the trusty old The Balm Mary Luminizer, and I'm placing this all on the high points of my face. I always place it in the same areas, so you can kind of see what I'm doing here, just like normal. And then, of course, I had to blend all of my face products together with a large stippling brush. And then I wanted to set my face now, sorry about that, with my Kiss New York setting spray. Now I'm just going to finish off the lower lash line. I'm going into Untamed again. I'm just placing that on my lower lash line, and to blend it out, I'm going into Charmed, I'm Sure. Now going back into the black shade, I'm just going to work this on the outer part of my lower lash line, also dragging it underneath my wing just to create a little bit extra dimension there. And then I blended that out. I kind of made a mistake here by extending that shadow too far, but then I decided that I liked it, so I did it on the other eye too. And I decided the wing needed to be bigger. This look was just so smoky that I needed a larger wing, so I went ahead and just created a thicker liquid liner there. This is where I decided to switch it up a little bit. So I took that gold glitter liner again and I put it straight underneath my wing. And then I also put it on my upper lash line. I didn't put it all where the black was, just kind of right underneath there. Just create a little bit extra glitter pop. And then obviously I got a tight line with a black eyeliner, my upper and lower waterline. Coat my lashes with some mascara. I'll leave everything below what I'm using. And then I did put on some lashes. I didn't film it because I did that in my previous tutorial if you want to check that out. And I am using the same face highlighter for my inner corner highlight and my brow bone. I just listened to what I just said and I'm sorry, I'm talking so super weird, like all prim and proper. I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry about that. And then I'm using 4 different lip products. I know, super excessive. I'm using the Essence lip liner in the shade in the Nude. And then I'm going into my Urban Decay Vice lipstick in Stark Naked.
then my Too Faced lipstick in Doll Face, and then my NYX lip gloss in Madeline. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry about that, but that's the shade that I wanted to go with.
Well, that was it for the tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my previous fall makeup tutorials for my 5 days of fall, and to come back tomorrow for my last and final makeup tutorial that I'm going to do for this 5 days. Please don't forget to subscribe before you leave, like this video if you enjoyed it, leave a comment what your favorite makeup tutorial is so far, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!